Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to submit a puzzle for Daily Chess Puzzles. First of all, navigate to dailychesspunzles.com/puzzle instructions. And this lists out all the instructions for how to do this in case you want to do it without looking at the video. The very first thing you'll want to do is pull up the chessboard, and there's a little disclaimer you can read if you like. And then the first thing you'll do is create the chessboards. Here's an important point. This only works in Internet Explorer. It actually might work in Chrome and Safari. I haven't tried those, but I do know that it doesn't work in Firefox. So we'll pull up the chessboard, and then what you'll do is enter in the notation based on this convention up here, with black being B and white being W, and then the different symbols for the king and queen and whatnot. And it doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. It takes either one. So you'll go ahead and click on the cell where the pieces should be, in this case black rook, and that puts the black rook on the board. And the next one is black pawn, black knight, oops, black pawn, black pawn, and so on. Okay, now that you have the board all filled out with the puzzle, you'll want to start up Snagit. You can use other screen capture programs, but I bought Snagit for work, and it's only like 50 bucks, and it is well worth it. It's an amazing program. So you want to start in the upper right hand corner and grab down to the lower right, and ideally the size of the puzzle should be about 330 by 340, give or take a couple of pixels. It doesn't have to be that perfect. Once it's in the editor, what you'll want to do is go ahead and save it, save as, and I usually give it a place to put it, like today's date, 22/12/05/24, and put an A in there just to make it easier. And then make sure that you're saving it as a JPG, and save. And then what you'll do is highlight the very first piece that gets moved. So I'll take that one. Let's see. Oh, here it is. So highlight the square that gets moved, and I always put on a shadow effect. There we go. And more shadows, and I use yellow and make it a little bit higher. Okay. Once you have the new board the way you want it, do save again, and this time add a hint and save that, and you're ready with the boards. So go back to our instructions. We've uploaded we've created the chess boards. Now we'll upload the puzzle. First thing you want to do is log in if you're not already logged in. And then go back to the instructions and go to the upload puzzle form and fill in the appropriate fields. So for the title, you want to make sure that it is something that's at least somewhat interesting, not just like mate in 3 or checkmate in 3 moves. For example, this one I'm going to call it We Have You, whoops, you surrounded. It should be in title case. It has to be unique, but you don't have to worry about that. I can make sure that it's unique before it gets approved. This type of puzzle is going to be a checkmate. You should be able to click anywhere on the label. White to move first. And I'd say this one, I'd say it's medium. Other people might think it's easy. It's hard to say whether one is easy or hard. And then in the same way, you don't want to just say checkmate in 3. You want to add some kind of interesting aspect to it. So for this one, okay, so for this one we're going to say 2 protected knights cover a lot of squares. How can white checkmate black in 3 moves? And then the solution. And this is the only tricky part, and it's not really that tricky. It's just that you want to start off with bold. So in HTML, bold is a B with a less than and a greater than sign surrounding it, and 1 dot. And the first move, and this is the other tricky part. You want to put the HTML code for spaces instead of actually using spaces. So it's ampersand, the and sign, NBSP, and a semicolon. That stands for non-breaking space. I usually set it up once and then use it to copy it 3 times. And then you do the black moves. So for black it would be, let's say, knight to beat, knight takes b6, knight takes b6, and you can wrap around and then put in the second set of moves. So this would be bishop to c3, and then I copy and use the paste again. So 1, 2, 3, and knight to b4. And 3, bishop takes b4, checkmate. And then you got to remember to turn off the bold with the HTML symbol for turning off the bold. So then the final thing you do is you'll go and upload your 2 images that you created earlier. So go into wherever you stored them. .524a, open, and then also do the hint, and then you want to make sure that you review your puzzle before uploading, and then you can see what you've added. If things don't look right, then you can return to the form and correct them. Otherwise, you'll see that you can't turn to the puzzle list because that's in the admin area. You can click add another puzzle if you want to create a new one. And that's it.